Good morning, Restore Church. My name is Mike Cahoon. I serve on the hospitality team, and I want to welcome you to this week's rNews. rNews is a weekly snapshot to share big events, celebrations, and needs of the community with you, the body of the church. It doesn't cover everything, but it's a great place to start. Here at Restore Church, we believe an authentic relationship with Jesus is just one lunch, one small group, one prayer, or one outreach away. So whether you're here for the first time or call this church your home, open up your calendar app and let's take a look at this week's rNews.
Hey, Restore Church, I got a quick question for you. Why did the dad bring a ladder to church? Because he heard the message was going to be on a whole nother level. Well, speaking of a whole nother level, I want to talk to you about Father's Day, June 15th. We are so excited to celebrate our dads, padres, father figures in our lives, that we are going to have a fiesta. We're going to be starting off that morning at 9 o'clock with a breakfast burrito. Everybody loves a breakfast burrito, and we look forward to celebrating with you. And at the 11 o'clock service, we're going to have some special walking tacos. It'll be a time of laughter, some salsa, some yard games, some fun. Why don't you invite the father figure, padre, father in your life to church. In fact, bring the whole crew. We'd love to see you there. Can't wait to celebrate with you. It's going to be a fun time. We'll see you June 15th for Father's Day.
Here in our Next Gen Ministries, that is our kids and our youth, we will be officially moving up to the next grade level on Sunday, June 15th. Families, you don't need to do anything. Move Up Sunday just means that starting June 15th, each kid at Restore Church will officially be in the next grade. Current 5th graders will now be eligible to join us for youth group every Wednesday night from 6:45 to 8:35. Super fun, you should come. On June 18th and the 25th, we will have a soft launch night where new 6th graders are invited to join us for games and a study. On Wednesday, July 2nd, we will have a family night in youth group. Look for details from Pastor Thomas in coming weeks. For younger kids, don't worry about the change. Our check-in volunteers will help kids get into their new classroom if they're moving.
Did you know that on a Sunday morning we have over 60 volunteer slots that are filled in order to make it look like things are smooth and running fantastic? Which they are, but they are because we have a large base of volunteers and we have systems behind the scenes making that happen. The downside of that is if you're just looking at it, you might be thinking there's not a spot for you to serve, which can be very difficult because our faith is based around, one, accepting Jesus, and then two, doing what he says, which is serving and taking care of his people. So if you're looking around your church and you're not seeing a place that you feel like you can serve, that can be frustrating or disconcerting. But let me reassure you, there are spots for you, there are layers for you, there are opportunities for you to serve here. So if you want to usher, you want to work with kids, you want to learn production, we always have new onboarding happening so that we can support this growing church. Go to one of the guest service volunteers, or honestly, just go up to someone who's serving, like, how do I do what you do? Now, for those of you who are already serving, there's a couple good habits we'd like to share with you as we head into the meat of the summer. Are a current volunteer, hopefully you already have this green app called Services installed. It's what we use to communicate and track all of our schedules. There's 2 quick habits I'd like to show you for this summer. The first is what you see right on the screen. It's called Pending. Each month around the 15th, we send out the schedule for the next month. You get this invite asking you to either accept or decline. It stays yellow if you haven't accepted or declined, and yellow is a very stressful color because you don't quite know who's coming or not. So all you have to do is hit accept and it'll switch over. If you need to decline it because you're busy, type in a reason, let your team lead know. Look for those midway through the month. Accept or decline as soon as you possibly can, please. The other thing that we like you to start doing is up here at the top of the screen, right here, you see add blockouts. This will ensure that you don't get scheduled on days that you're not going to be here. You can literally block out days and let your team lead know, I'm sorry, I can't serve that week. Just set the date in here, hit the check mark. Down here at the bottom, you see my block out dates. So if a team lead tries to schedule you for one of those days, a little red warning pops up and says, nope, they're out of town at a taco festival. Sorry, they blocked this date out.
This week's Kingdom Builders highlight is Rigo and Abigail Herrera, missionaries to Granada, Spain. Rigo and Abigail's ministry focuses on church planting, university outreaches, and building intentional relationships with people in Spain. Here's a recent story from a retreat that they held with some of the people that they are ministering to from university outreaches. We had a fun overnight experience with our university friends diving into the story of the prodigal son from Luke 15:11-32. I've never heard that God is like this, said one of our non-Christian Spanish friends who came. This friend came to a Raíces social event last fall, and when he realized he found himself in a Christian space, he asked one of our coworkers if he could still keep attending despite being an atheist. Fast forward a few months, and here he was at a Christian spiritual retreat, sharing his thoughts and having fun with others. Thank you so much for supporting Kingdom Builders as we support Rigo and Abigail's ministry in Spain.